Hey guys, welcome back to another P3D video, and I can't tell you how long it's been since we last flown in the 747. It has been too long, let's just say, and we are doing Virgin 19, a flight that comes from Heathrow, or takes off at Heathrow, let's just say, and lands in San Francisco. This is around about 10 hours of flight time. And today we're going to be doing it in the 747. They used to do it in the 747, 400 that is, but now they do it in the 787-9. But after this Virgin Atlantic day that I've been on, some of you been looking at my Instagram and whatever, you will know I've been to Virgin Atlantic for the day. And just seeing this Boeing 747 was absolutely awesome. So I need to fly it again. So we're currently sat at Heathrow, Terminal 3, stand 316, and we're flying off to San Francisco. So, like I said, about 10 hours flight time. PFPX calculated 9 hours and 50 minutes. Project Fly has died on me, so let me reload this. And yes, I would like to continue my flight. Thank you. So, again, the catering on board, doors on 1 and 5. I do have the jetway connected over. Doors are all open, so the boarding can start, whenever they want. Let's go inside the flight deck, and it has been a while since we last seen this. Let's go and get the IRSs lined up. Like so. Catering's now finished. And that's 2000. Get the weather all set up, like so. Arm up these doors like so, yeah, and FMC and both that can get to legs page. Go to pause in it. We will say that we are at Heathrow. We will say that we are 316. We'll get our GPS position. Enter that in like so, and that's all done. Nice. So that's pausing it set up. Go to our route page. We should have the route set up. If not, I'll do it manually off screen, off the recording. I don't know why it wouldn't work. Let's test it. And let's just checking the first and the last waypoint is all correct, because it may steal it from the previous one, let's say. And that's all good. Awesome. So that's correct. Flight plan. Right. Takeoff runway today. We will be taking off from 09 right. So we're going to be taking off into London City, which is great. Remember to operate the jetway. Don't need to. Well, I don't need to remember because it's already operated. It's already connected up. Flight number, I did say at the start of the video, which is Virgin 19. Activate, execute. You can see it's all in the next page here. Well, it's not all complete set up yet, but that's that. Go to our perf in it. We need to get set up the 0 fuel weight and the payloads and everything like that. 0 fuel weight will be 217. 218 pretty much. Rounds up to 218. So we put that in. That's our fuel page. 218 on our 0 fuel weight. There we go. So only like 58% loaded there. We're going to use about 113 tons of fuel on board, but we're going to take pretty much all the fuel we can. So we're just doing maximum fuel for our takeoff today, which is going to be exciting. Just in case anything goes wrong at San Francisco, which I doubt, it's going to take the extra 60 tons pretty much on the aircraft. So great. So 0 fuel weight can go in. As I saw the day at Virgin Atlantic, I saw one now setting up some of the aircraft. They did use reserves as 10, so I'm going to start doing that. They use cost index 50 sometimes. It is standard, he said, the man there. And so we're going to 320, like so. And that's our start. Cruise, and obviously we'll do some step climbs. Apparently we're going to go up to 360. We'll see what the aircraft calculates. So we're going to do D rate of TO1, which is -5%, and select temp of 3.5. That goes 101.8%. Sorry, climb 1 as well. Takeoff. Flaps 20. They always use flaps 20 apparently, every time. So yeah, and that's done for now. Put the CG in 24. So can't wait for our V-speeds then, because that comes with the IRSs, which will align in 6 minutes. So let's do some other stuff as well. So QNH is 1024. We get VORs, weather, data, traffic, 10's beautiful. VORs, terrain data, and that can come up to 40 traffic. Oh, have we got the? That's weird. When I say cold and dark, it's on T8RA for some reason. Let's bring that back to standby. I was told actually don't put the weather radar when you're on the ground, when you're in the stand. So I'll turn it off for now. Did terrain come on? Well, obviously there's no terrain actually. IRS is not really aligned yet, so just calm down on that. We're going to start up at 320, so we'll enter that in. We know our runway heading as well, so let me just enter that in as well. Which, if I remember, is it bang on 090? Need to double check that actually. It is bang on 090. For some reason I have a feeling that I've put in the wrong runway for takeoff. No, I haven't. We're good. Departure and arrival, doing 09 right. We are also doing the UTIL-1 Juliet. So if you try and find that, there we go. Execute. Unable next altitude, no worries for now. Don't have to really worry about that just yet. IRSs are still aligning, so let's just calm down about that aircraft, please. How much of a headwind do we have today? Ooh. What if I put in the actual winds? Would it give me a headwind? Would it like calculate? So if I were to put in 030 to 8 knots, I don't think it's going to do anything, is it? No, that's a tailwind of 30 knots apparently. That's not right. So if I use QSim Planner, that will actually tell me. So I'll be back in just a moment. Well, welcome back. I lied about that. I thought the QSim Planner did tell me what it was, but guess not. I'll kind of make it up myself, you know. So 8 knots at 30. Guess that would be around about a 5 knot headwind. So there we go. And there's no slope as well. So that's all good. Okay. So 1 minute till IRS is aligned. Baggage is starting to get on the aircraft now. We have a Delta taxiing around, which is nice. And what we should have done is actually turn on the nav light and all the seatbelt signs. We're too busy just doing what we do. So now all activated, it's all good now. So we'll get the APU started up. Like so. Get that going, and packs can stay off for now. Only turn them on once we get the engine started up, and it's not too hot today. It's only 19 degrees, so the cabin shouldn't get too crazy in heat. Apparently it's 15 degrees, but yeah, it's 19 degrees where the aircraft is on active sky, but it's 15 here, unless that's a different temperature thing, but I don't think that is. So AP is coming up, which is nice. You can see it rising. N1's getting nice and high. Pretty much when the N1 gets 100%, it's pretty much running, which is good to see. And IRSs have now aligned. Everything's coming in. Awesome. So we're looking at V1 of 154, rotator 171, and V2 180. So 180 we can come up here, like so. We can tell AP is running if the AP generators are available. which they were. So coming down to the FMC down here. Well, it's not really FMC, we're not actually setting up any flight management up here, so I guess it's just the lonely computer. We're going to close up the passenger doors, like so. And we're on it as well, there we go. Get ready to close up these doors once the baggage is all done. Alright, so we can actually go down to the, oh no, this FMC, here we go. And we've got 320, 350, up to 350 is our final cruise, which is awesome. We can get rid of that stat page, and probably put the engine page will automatically come up when we start the engines, which is fine. So everything's good on there, terrain's online and running, which is nice to see. And so pretty much good. What we can do is go into the VNAV page and set in our transition attitude out of Heathrow, which is 6,000 feet, like so. Okay, so AP is running. We can get rid of the external power, which I think I was going to do some point today. Wheel chocks are set, and yeah, parking brake is set as well, so we can release them. Get back to the doors page. I can click Armor actually. Waiting on them. So it's been a while actually, so I need to actually get these emergency exit lights armed. Ooh. We're good there, we're good, everything's all okay, we're good. We're good. Just waiting on the baggage, and then we should get going. So 09 right, it's actually not big of a taxi, it's just down there. Hopefully GSX will take us on the nose right, and we'll taxi down to Alpha, yeah, and all the way down to 09 right. So it shouldn't be too bad of a taxi. And it won't be too much waiting as well. Actually, I need to move my yoke because that will disconnect sometimes. That's all good now. Okay, that's all set. Awesome. Okay, so just waiting for the baggage, like I said millions of times. So we set up the V speeds. We have pretty much set up the whole flight plan. Takeoff is still done, flat's 20, D rate of nothing, climbing out of, well, actually D rate 1, sorry, isn't it? Did I do D rate 1? Is that what the flight plan wanted me to do? It didn't want me to do D rate 1. Am I doing a D rate 1? I am. Yes, it didn't want me to do that actually. Naughty person. Let's let's just redo this. There we go. So V1 and 152, rotate 170, and V2 180, which is about exactly the same, around the same. I think V rotate speeds has gone down by 1 knot. It doesn't really make much of a difference. So I'll say, oh, baggage is, yeah, baggage is done. Close, close. Just waiting for it to finish. In fact, it says boarding passengers now. The passengers stopped making their noises when they're boarding, so, well, they stopped. There we go. So, nose right. And I do want to start engines before the pushback. Cool. So, we should get the tug coming up now, which is nice to see. And just going to wait for GSX to connect up. We're going to get the flight directors online. And I now know where the Toga and auto throttle disconnect is in the real world, because there is a click spot just there, because obviously in a flight sim you can't actually get your right hand or left hand, depending on what seat you are in, to actually click these buttons here to set Toga. Remove wheel chocks, of course. There we go. So that's actually clicking Toga there, which we'll do today. We'll do that today. Because it's a bit not really that realistic clicking that click spot. That click spot does do that. Because like I said, we're in a sim. You can't actually use your hand to click Toga. And so you actually move down and move back up. But now we actually got chase plane probably. I mean, I could set up a view where, well, I can just click this button and it'll take me back there, and I just move down there. Boom. Awesome. So we're just waiting up GSX to complete. There we go. This is quite quiet. Let me just turn it up a bit. There we go. Cool. So parking brakes are able to be released. Okay, well that's startup wheel. So what we'll do first is actually check what fuel we've got on the engines. We've got center, we've got stab, we've got fuel every single thing. So we'll turn on every single pump. Like so. Awesome. Hydraulics can come on, that can come to Orbx, and it's waiting for this pressure sign to come out. We will start the engines. So we'll click the right, number 4, sorry, and number 3, waiting for the yellow lights, white lights, not yellow, and we'll start the engines. Look at the engine page here. N1's rising. N2 is also rising. Fuel flow is coming in, as you can see, at 0.3. It should go up as well once the engines get started even more. Gets going, let's say. For some reason doesn't want to bring on the fuel pumps for the stab. Doesn't like that. They probably like it when we actually got all engines started up. We'll see. It's not liking it currently. Oh, now it likes it. Weird. Okay, it's waiting. It sounds like this started up nicely. Yeah, just waiting for them to properly start up. Wait for the lights to come off, and they click back in. Oh, typical me. Timer. So number 4's come in. Waiting for number 3 now. And we'll get number 2 and 1 started up. Waiting for the white lights to come on. Bring in the fuel. There we go. Engines are starting up. Parking brake set. Awesome. Really awesome. Okay. Right, we are going to, well, still wait for the engine to start up, get the hydraulics back to auto, APU will turn off. Obviously once we're looking at the generators are all online, which would be nice. Right, so you can see the engines do take a while to actually properly start up. Let's go through a stage on the N1, just takes forever to start up, then it should start getting a bit faster on that. N2 should be nice and high already, which it is. It's almost at 450 right now. And as soon as that went past 50, engines, generators coming off. That Aegean, has it just landed or is it about to take off? Well, it's probably just landed actually. Cool. We will do our flight control check before we turn off anything. Well, actually, let's get the hydraulic onto auto first. So full right, full left, all the way down, up, towards the right, and to the left. Beautiful. That's about center. Nice. Make sure engine's all up and running. Awesome. We will get the APU off. Taxi. Packs and come on, turn off, all that, so turn off the taxi light again, and we'll release the parking brake and we'll get going. And let's get some more power into the engines, get us taxiing around. We'll get the taxi chart up, so I'm going to taxi down Alpha. So it's pretty much going to carry on where this truck is right now, so please get out of the way. Do not come anywhere near me. That was a close one. Right. So I was told the center line should line up with just the inside of the speed column here. So what we'll do when we line up here, I'll test that, see if the man was correct. When he was telling me he had to taxi in 747. Yeah, this is actually quite tight around here. Okay. So I think this is centre around here. Which it pretty much is. I mean, that's perfectly centre there. And that's going down the line here. Don't know what he's on about. Right. Let's keep some power in the aircraft to keep us going. So it doesn't actually like the stab fuels on. Stab fuel pump, sorry. So we turn those off. Oh, weird FPS drop there. That view. London Heathrow on the right of us now. There we go. Got an aircraft coming to land. Right. So I think we've got an aircraft waiting to take off, that Air France. Like I said, there was an aircraft coming to land as well. Get a nav and VNav armed. Cool. So we're going to taxi all the way down Alpha. That'll take us to a Lima 5-2 onto the Yankee taxiway to November 1 or 11, let's just say. And that should take us all the way to runway 09 right. Oh, I might have missed that landing there. Oopsies. Cool. So Air France should take off soon. If not, we'll get going before it. If it doesn't want to take off. Right, let's go set our flaps now. Like so. Let's idle thrust as well. We are taxiing extremely fast. And do I see any air traffic coming to land this runway again? No. So Air France is taking off now as well. So let's wait for that then. Not too much of a biggie. As long as there's no traffic coming to land. We'll set T8 only. It should be T8 only actually on the ground anyway, which it is. So that's alright. So we set T8R8 even though it's T8 only right now. We'll get some toe brakes going as we start swinging the aircraft to the left. November 1-1. Cool. So Air France will be going soon. So set the parking brake. That's set. And that's doing its takeoff roll now. Take a look at the ND here. Not seeing any aircraft coming to land. So let's double check that to sky here. Make sure it's agreeing with me. Yes, nothing's coming to land. And actually what I do need to go. So we're doing the UTIB 1 Juliet SID. So let me just get that up here. It's not coming up with it. Where is it? UTIB 1 Juliet. Okay, cool. Right, let's release parking brakes. Get on the runway here. And we're looking where that. It's just doing its takeoff. It's in the air now. So we should, once we lined up, we should be able to go. Depending if it turns left or right. Assuming it doesn't turn left onto the UTIB 1 Juliet. So I think we should be good to go. If not, then whoops, let's just say.
Approaching 09 right.
Oh, one quick thing. Just line up here.
09 right.
Oh, TA. Oof, that was a close one. So, landing lights. All those are already on. Taxi lights off. Strobes are on. Everything's all good. Let's get this bird in the air. So, let's start the timer. 50. Well, I was told in Virgin they actually get the speeds around about 70%, which is just under their 1 on the N1 there. Make sure that's all stable. I can't see the toga thing. That's probably why they have the click spot. We can't do it then. Let's hit toga. So speed's coming up. Yeah, speed's alive. Oh, the trim. I always forget the trim. It doesn't matter too much. We'll get the autopilot on nice and early. 80 knots, 20 knots to go. Keep forgetting about the 8. Oh, I forgot about the 80 knots this time because of talking about the trim. So as that speed set as well on the N1 there. So very heavy. You can just feel that. V1. Try and keep us in the center line here. Rotate. So they said they keep bring the nose up to about 10 or 15 degrees. Bring the gear up as we've got the positive climb, positive rate. I'm not too sure what they say. And we should do a straight left turn out, like so. Follow the LNAV. Let's get a good view of Heathrow. Not on black engines. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. There's Heathrow in the background. And we get the autopilot active. Goodbye Heathrow. And we'll clear ourselves all the way up to 320. Is that all the flight restrictions done? Yes, awesome. Right, we're going to do our acceleration now. Bring the flaps up to 10. Bring all the flaps up actually. That's fine. Gear can come off. Turn offs as well can come off. Cool. So as we're going to accelerate up to 260, oh, it keeps going up and up. To whatever speed it is. Currently it's what it's supposed to be a 250 max, but who cares? Whatever speed it's going to try and get to, we'll start climbing more and more as we get faster speed. Let's bring this up to 40. I'm just bring this actually down to 20 actually, and this can come up. It's about there. We can turn on the weather radar now if we wanted to. There's probably actually no need for the weather radar. That's lovely, and the weather radar is also saying it's lovely, so that's awesome. So up to 282 is what it wanted to be. So after takeoff checklist, so gears off, flaps are up, auto brake automatically comes off. Climbing up at 2,500 feet per minute now, which is nice. Oh, what a wonderful view. You get like London City in the background if you can. Well, can't. It's just too far that way. Look at this view. London City, loads of buildings around here. Loads. That's a lot of autogen. Oh, clouds is popping in there. We should do a nice tight left turn now, actually. Awesome. So up to 6,000 feet we set standard, and we're getting into the cinematics as one of the aircraft. That's a wonderful view. Okay, let's go set standard. That's pretty much done across all 3 displays, which is nice. The aircraft's struggling to turn. Well, it is going quite fast though, that's why. A lot of stutters actually. It's probably London City like just unloading itself. Probably why we're getting all our stutters there. Just unloads and then reloads, and probably Heathrow as well, because we did look away from Heathrow and now we're looking back at it. The sim's probably not liking that right now. This departure. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the takeoff coming out of London Heathrow there. I'll see you about 10 hours time. 3 minutes for you actually. Not 10 hours at all, you lucky things. I'm actually doing this overnight, so not too bad actually for me as well. So soon you descent down into San Francisco. enjoy the cinematics. It has been a while since we last flown the 747. So, well, today, the recording, when I went to Virgin Atlantic, seeing that Boeing 747 really wanted me to fly it again. So yeah, so I hope you guys all enjoy the cinematics coming up, and I'll see you into San Francisco. Should be about 10 hours or like 9.5 hours of flight time by then. And that's another plane over there. Is that our shadow on the? That is our shadow on the clouds, I think. So yeah, like I said, see you in the descent. Just enjoy the cinematics, and goodbye. Guys, welcome back into the descent down into San Francisco. We are currently over mainland USA, and we are currently flying towards the waypoint Uwen, let's just say, and then after that we're going to Movid and Risti. So yeah, Risti, we're doing the Risti 1, is that right? Yeah, the Risti 1 on our arrival, which takes us to Cedars, which would then be on to a vectoring to line up with the ILS. We're doing 28 left landing today, but there's no ATC, we're offline, so there's no vectoring. We could vector ourselves actually, but we'll just do that. We'll just go direction Cedars to the next waypoint. Let's go set our QNH at this airport, which is 1017. Actually, what they'll probably do is do in inches, won't they? Which is 3003. Okay, nice. That's all set. Cool. So I've had the stab fuel pump pumping fuel into the center, and the center pump went low, like pretty much 0, let's just say. It wanted me to turn off the fuel pumps like normal, but then stab needs to go in, like so. Right. So QNH is set. We set Barrow. So that would be 200. Wait. Oh dear. 200. Like so. Cool. I still need to work out between, is the radio height above sea level or is Barrow height above sea level? Altitude. So I've explained this in most Boeing flights. Fuel override center. There we go. So what I'm trying to say is Barrow, is that above height? Is that above like ground? Or is that above sea level? Or is radio the one above the ground, so height, or is it the altitude? So if any of you guys know, please let me know. This will be very useful. There's only like 13 feet differentiation in the minimums between the radio and Barrow, according to the charts, so it shouldn't be too bad if I got it the wrong way around. So please let me know on that. Cool. Well, there's two different types of Barrows. So one is 776, or just plain old 200. I'm assuming just different conditions, I would say, but because of the conditions today, I'll just keep it at 200. Try and keep the speed up a bit. So we are in the hold, like auto thrust setting, which means we can adjust the thrust if we wanted to. So that's what we're doing. Right. So let's go and turn on the seatbelt signs. There we go. Seatbelt signs are on. Let's go zoom in and zoom in, like so. Let's bring that one in as well. I'm going to turn off the data now because I don't really care on when we're going to arrive at that and what altitudes, because we should have them all here. The VNAV should take good care of that, let's just say. So it should all be good there. Right. So after CDES, which is the 9000, like I said, we're going to vectoring. We go straight to Faith. Faith is the transition into the ILS approach. It's 28 left. There's also a transition at Archie, which I would say is around about like here, I would say, but it's a bit of a kink, I would say. So I went straight for Faith to line up straight away. There's also one called Eddie, which is over here somewhere, which obviously that's not what we're going to do. So I chose Faith. It seems to be all good. I'm going to thrust down now, down to 240 knots. Not too much of a deceleration, just a slow one. Cool. So as we are passing 10,000 feet, we bring the lights on, turn offs. So yeah, PFBX did calculate the flight time to be like 9 hours and 50 minutes, but it's not. So the actual flight time of this, the latest flight that in real life was 10 hours and 16 minutes. So I don't know what PFPX calculated, but it calculated us going super fast. So yeah. So down to 240 knots we come. And for some reason it doesn't want to keep in the VNAV. That's probably because it actually wants to slow down to 240 knots. Yeah. Hopefully we can catch up. So Faith is meant to be like 8,000 feet, right? It doesn't really matter. It wants to be there at 7,400. And yeah, that's all fine. Awesome. So the aircraft is going to try and get back on that VNAV profile. Drag is not required. I'm trying to keep these lined up. That's a 219 will do. And that says 218, but like that's the aircraft heading and not the actual heading we're flying at. We've got a little bit of a crosswind there. So, right. I was at 218 because keep it simplistic. Okay, now it's off the hold mode, just the speeds. The whole of the autothrottles is taking over now. Right, I'm going to bring this down to our go around altitude, which will be 4,000 feet. What I'll do, I'll just arm the localizer. I can't arm the localizer. Great. Too far out, anyway. So there's a C. So San Francisco should just be past that C. Got some autogen loading in. Got some sand. Is that? That's definitely not snow on top of the mountains. That is sand. Yeah. That may be an Orbx vector issue. Not too sure on that. Well, it is a bit deserty over there, but I wouldn't assume it to be like that. Yeah. I got an airport loading in down there. That, in fact, is Mettar San Jose International. So yeah. There should be one to the right. There, as you can see, called Mountain View, Moffett Federal. Cool. So we should get our, just checking the ILS is the correct frequency, 109.55, yes. So as soon as that comes in, with its DME, we should be able to arm the localizer at the same time. Obviously we can't do that just yet. Well, we are still a very long way from the airport. About 30 nautical miles, so I wouldn't expect it to come in until like 15 nautical miles in the DME. So yeah, so we'll just keep on the VNAV profile for now. I mean, actually, I think it has caught the localizer. Yeah, there we go. So now it's actually on the DME. It's 27.5. Okay, I lied just then. About 15 DME, whatever it was. So on the localizer, I'm going to stay on the VNAV profile because the glide slope hasn't actually come in yet. So there's no point actually trying to get the glide slope to come in. So it's going to go on the fly on the VNAV, fly on the localizer until we see the glide slope. Depending on where it is, we will just change around, or hopefully it could be like just click the approach and boom, there we go. We'll see though. I'm going to do a speed intervene here. Bring us down to like 220 or something, because we are coming in quite fast. And this aircraft, actually, I know it's quite good at decelerating. It's not bad. Well, I say that, but right now it's doing terribly. This speed breaks out. That does nothing. Wow. Right, let's go set a first set of flaps. If I could find the flap speeds limitations. 280, 260, so we can set flaps 5. Let's do that. Get rid of the speed brakes because they hardly do anything. Might do something when the flaps are out. We can arm the approach as well. We're keeping the VNav for now. We are just a little bit below the glider slope, which is fine. So we will come back up with the nose, and that will slow the aircraft down. So that would all be good. That automatically brings back up to 240, which I don't want. Let's go bring this down to like 200. The aircraft is actually 190, sorry, not 290, because the aircraft is decelerating very slowly. So it should all be good if I just slowly decelerate up like so. Let's go and arm the speed brake. It's now 10 DME out. I got the typical black textures. I remember flying into San Francisco before. It took a while for the actual textures to load in. No idea why. I don't know if it's like an FPS thing that FS, what's that name? I don't know. The people who make San Francisco, I think this is their way on just to help FPS if you're not actually flying to San Francisco and you're flying over it or to like close to it, like San Diego or something. San Diego's not close, an hour away. But yeah. Alright. That view is awesome. Right. So we're going to hold at 4,000 feet, and the glide slope should come in actually as well. Let's go set this next set of flaps. Flaps 10. And the glide slope has come in. Let's go set flaps 10 debug speed, which is 173. Actually, all this time, flaps 30, 153. There we go. Well, that was a close one. Well, it could be a bit more accurate with our gross weight then, actually. So it's a bit more accurate speeds on approach. But it's quite late on calculating that VREF. Should have done that just before descent, actually. Right, let's go and bring this down to about 10. Let's do this, yeah, down to 10. This one, actually, we'll keep it up at 40 as well. Cool. So we're just passing He-Man. So on the charts, apparently we should be fully established on the ILS here. Or when the ATC should clear you onto the ILS. There we go, all the airports loaded in. Here comes the low FPS. Yeah, it's not too bad. I remember doing my flight from Sydney to San Francisco. I had like 10 FPS coming into that. Coming in to land. That was real bad. It's not too bad actually. Not too bad. Obviously look behind the airport and it's perfect. Awesome. Flaps 20. Flaps 20 debug speed. Flaps 20 is set. Checked. Right. Those is going to come down because of the flaps. So VREF 153, I'll just quickly check that. Yes, so 158 is our approach speed. We actually do have quite a beefy headwind apparently. 19 knots more or less. So yeah. I might keep it at 160 on the approach speed, but 158 should do. Hopefully it doesn't stall or anything. Let's go bring gear down. Let's try and get a gear view here. There we go. Awesome. I really need to get gear view because it does look really cool. Right, gear is down. That's 25. Flaps 30. Land 3. So it's actually configured for an auto land. We're not going to do that today. Going to make sure the aircraft just configures itself nicely on the ILS, and then I'm going to bring out the autopilot. Let's just get us back on that glide slope. And it realises the thrust is too much. Does it realise that yet? Nope. Okay. Let's go bring out the autopilot. And bring out the auto thrust. I should bring that speed right down. And bring the nose back up again. Cool. Sometimes humans are more clever than computers. I should bring the nose to the left a bit. Bring the speed up. For some reason the flight director does not want me to bring my nose to the left. Not sure why. But now we're all good. Getting a bit slow in this speed actually. See that 19 knot headwind? Yeah, that's beefy. That's probably why our engines aren't.
Approaching minimum.
Speed's not coming up, sorry. Right.
Minimums.
Continue. Right,
20,
out of throttle.
10,
And should get touchdown.
Long landing.
Oh, I forgot auto brakes. Let me just do it myself then. More or less about there, shall we do? There we go. Stability pumps had to come off on the ground, apparently. Okay, keep the aircraft coming down.
Remaining.
Reverse is coming in. Manual braking, even though it's manual braking the whole time. And here we are. And I should click that again to actually clear the warning. There we go. Right, flight time of tower, 10 hours and 15 minutes. Pretty much exactly the same time as a real world flight, which is awesome. Landing lights coming off. Strobes are off, taxi on. Get the aircraft swinging all the way around if we can. Flaps coming up. Speeders, spoilers. I don't know what I just called them there. Speeders coming in, and we will take this back to the gate. Apparently, got the localizer slammed. I'm not sure why. Yeah. We can just turn off the flight directors just to get those out of the way. Reset the barrow. So to reset the barrow. Okay, it does not want to reset it. Okay, I'll keep it on radio or something, so it don't see it. Okay, so the real world flight parts are either A9, well parts are A4 on flight radar, but on flight aware it said A9. So if one's taken up, we'll take the other. So A4 is taken, and A9 is free. So we'll take A9, and we will go for Alliance ground. Cool. So to taxi there, I'm going to continue on Bravo. I'm not sure how many taxi, like, one-way restrictions or anything. So carry on Bravo all the way down to probably like Mike 2 actually. So literally just taxi all the way down to the end. So quite a long taxi. Right. Because I don't have the auto brakes on, they should just be off anyway. APU can start up wherever that is. It's up here. There we go. Let's check the stat page. Make sure we can see a rise in any of the AP things going on there. There we go, N2's rising. Nice. Let's try and keep in the centre line, shall we? Right. So on the right, should get Terminal 1, which is there. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So should be parking around there, let's say. Actually, what I'm going to do is pro taxi to Mike 1, not Mike 2. So that should be just before then it'll kink out, I'd say. So this is hotel. Next up is Mike. Nice, awesome. Well, that's Mike coming up. We can't go into Mike 1 actually. So let's go to taxi down here then. That's perfect anyway. That's perfect because our gate should be just about whatever geosex is. So pretty much actually straight on where we are because I can see there's some baggage things going on there. So yeah, straight on. What we'll do, turn off the lights and lead down. AP is running, nice. So idle thrust. There is a one-way taxi restriction, and we taxied on the right taxiway, which is Bravo. Just on the turn on the corner, quite far back, so we're all good. So this is Alpha 9. Apparently, some reason that guy is there. That is not the guy then. Okay, we have to do this ourselves. 747 is the last one. There we go. Set the parking brakes. Parking brakes are set. AP generators. Engines. Fuel pumps can come off because the AP will take the fuel anyway, so it's all fine. And beacon lights coming off. We will request deboarding. So let's get front to that door, and that one comes to that door. There we go. And we go to the doors. Actually, get ready to open them. We can disarm them all actually. And we can open up the cargo doors quickly. So AP is running. We're going to stay here for quite a long time, so everything can come off. Hydraulics, goodbye. Fuel pumps are off. Packs will stay on for now, and most exit lights can come off. Seatbelt signs as well can come off. Open up 1 and 2, and yeah. Welcome. Oh, hello. Welcome to San Francisco, everybody. So luckily we've got jetways here actually, so we can get 2 jetways connected up. Once the A380 by Matt Davis is released, we should get like all 3 jetways connected up, which would be awesome. Can't wait for that. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Probably be a short haul flight after this very long haul flight. I just did all of that. I forgot to sort of stop the block time, which is 10 hours, 10.5 hours. So that's going to give us some lovely pay. So I'll see you in next Tuesday when the video will be released. I might record it before that because I am away for that whole week, and so those videos, even though every video is pre-recorded, but technically aren't they, I'm going to record that video just like a week early, so don't ask, like on the Tuesday video, don't ask for flight requests for Fridays because I can't do that, I'm away. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the flight. It's been a while since we last flew this 747. It's been awesome. I loved it. Our landing rate was minus 150, so that was nice and smooth. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.